So what is the fastest way to grow as an artist and actually make change and actually make impact in the world is to just start sharing the stuff that you might not feel the most confident or comfortable in right now. Let's talk a little bit about that. So this video is basically just going to be about the fact that this stuff that we might not be super comfortable putting out, a lot of the times can be the thing that actually helps people change their lives. But not only that, helps us grow as creators faster than anything. And I think this is super important right now for the fact that in this day and age, we have the ability to get so much volume, but a lot of us aren't really using it to the maximum potential that we can. The volume is going to be the thing that helps us get reps. The volume is going to be the thing that helps us test, try out things, and just have fun getting stuff out. But sometimes we feel like we don't want to get it out because we're a little bit unsure about if it's going to be good enough yet. And a lot of us are thinking about the fact that we don't want to put out something bad for somebody else to see. We don't want them to have to see something that isn't our best yet. We know that we can get a lot better, and we stop putting out stuff right now because we feel like, okay, I'm going to wait until I get to this point to start putting it out for you. But in reality, that thing that you put out in the current state that you're at might actually be the thing that completely changes somebody's life. That might be that one idea that flips their perspective on life completely and helps them improve their life or save their life. Who knows? And the reason I say this is because the other day I was listening to this YouTube video, and it was from this dude. It wasn't nothing fancy at all. He was just had a camera. He was talking on his YouTube video, and it was just about something that he learned from reading out loud. Something he learned from this dude named Vin Gang, who's a public speaker. And it was talking about how he learned to speak out loud and how he was reading books out loud. And that was a big change for him because it allowed him to practice, just speaking out loud without having to think about the words. And for me, I was sitting there and I was driving in my car listening to it. And I'm like, wait, I could use that to help me practice something I've been dealing with, which was trying to breathe while speaking. And the next day, literally this morning, I started practicing that, and it helped me see like, okay, that's a problem that I had to fix. Now I know, and I have a method to practice that. So this dude was here. His video wasn't nothing crazy, nothing special. He wasn't the best speaker or anything like that, but he put out an idea, a single thought that actually changed the way that I'm going about what I'm doing. Like, it's going to help me a lot, and it has helped me a lot already. And the funny thing is I wouldn't have been able to know that if I hadn't been getting out my own stuff also. I've just been putting out videos, just practicing it, and it helped me identify that problem that I had. So those two things together is exactly what I'm talking about here. The fact that once you start getting stuff out, for one, you get to identify problems that you might have and how you want to make stuff better to help you improve as a creator. But then also you're able to put stuff out for other people like him, who wasn't, it was just in his process, in his development as a creator, that he put this out, and it actually really freaking helped me. Who knows if he knows for sure, but it really freaking helped me. So for yourself, you might be working on stuff right now. You might be trying to improve. You might be trying to get better. Maybe you're making your craft better and better, and you just don't feel like it's at that point where you want to share. But could you just start slowly but surely putting this stuff out and being able to get feedback, or just being able to think about the other person? Not thinking about it from ourselves and think about how we are going to expose the fact that we are not perfect, but the fact that this one thing that we put out, and I'm not even saying it has to be a video or anything. It could be a character that you create. It could be a little YouTube short film that you make, anything like that. Like, these things can change people's lives through the stories that you're making through there, through the feeling that you're encapsulating with that. Like, the things that you're capturing in the moment, those strong feelings that you're putting into this thing you're creating and putting it out there, is going to connect with somebody, man. Me and my brother were even talking about this too, how crazy it is that there's movies out there that are just so perfect for where we are at in our current state. That moment that we're dealing with something super tough, it could speak to us and it can help us get through that. So for yourself, you might be feeling something right now and you're creating something creative with that feeling, but then you're just storing it away. And somebody might need that a lot. Somebody might really need that to save their life, to change their life, to improve their life. So I just want to share this because it can really change the world if we just start sharing. Not only can it change other people's worlds, but it can change our world because we truly start growing when we start putting stuff out there, when we start letting ourselves practice in public. And it's such an amazing thing, and I've had a lot of fun doing that. And I hope you guys can kind of start to dive into that. Even if it's small, it doesn't have to be like you're sharing your worst to the worst, but just little things that you might be working on. Maybe you're just sharing it with your community, sharing it with people that you think might need this, and thinking about them in that whole process of making this stuff. I love you guys. Let me know what you're working on right now. Hope you have an amazing day, week. Peace.